Welcome to C&R Fishing Masterclass. You join me here today at the lovely Coppice Lane Pools fishery, and I'm going to show you how I go about pumping expander pellets. So expander pellets I choose the dynamite range of expanders in the 4 and 6 mil. The reason I go for these is because they've got consistency. Over the years I've gone through that many different types of pellets, and from one week to the next they're always changing, and I like to know that when I buy a bag of pellets it's exactly the same as the last batch. So that's why I go for these. So the first thing we're going to do is take our pellet pump. Pellet pumps, there's that many on the market, same as everything, and I've gone through probably 10 or 15 pellet pumps and broke a lot of them. The reason I've gone for a Ringer's pellet pump, they are probably the most expensive pellet pumps. However, for saving myself a couple of quid here and there, I've probably spent 120 quid on pellet pumps, whereas I should have just took the plunge, paid £20, got a decent pellet pump, and it'll last you years. So all you're going to do is screw the lid off, take a couple of, well, about 56 mils, pop them in the pot, the same 4 mils, pop them in your pot, put the lid on, and then we're going to fill from the top here, so we can fill the tub right up with water. Fill it right up. The reason we do this because we want as little air trapped in the top as possible. That way 3 or 4 plunges and they'll sink straight away. Just pop your plunger on and then just give it a few pumps. So that's 4 pumps and they've all sunk. The reason you need a good pellet pump is because you don't want to pump the life out of them, because they've got fibres inside the pellet, and that's when they fall off. You want as little as possible, so 3 or 4 plunges and they've all sunk. All we're going to do with them now is just take a bit of the water off. Then we're just going to leave a small bit of water in the bottom for them to expand. We're going to pop them to one side for about 10 minutes and they'll be perfect. Right then, we've left them 10 minutes now. They've all expanded lovely. What we're going to do now is just put them in a tub. And then, moving into spring and summer, you get a lot of silverfish in commercials, and they absolutely love pellets. However, you can't win matches with silvers on these types of venues. So all I'm going to do is use some of the Coppice liquid. I'm not going to use this as an attractant, I'm going to use it as a deterrent. Roach hate Coppice, and this liquid, you don't need much of it. All we're going to do is pop about 20 mil onto our pellets, give them a good shake around, and after 20 minutes, half an hour, they would have took on all that Coppice, and it makes them more durable. Because of the liquid, it's nice and thick, it adds weight to the expander, and it makes them durable, so you can ship them out without them coming off, anything like that, and they're really squidgy. It's lovely. So we'll pop these to the side for 10 minutes while we're plumbing up, and then I'll show you them once they're all done. Right then, so we've left them now for 20 minutes. They've took on all that Coppice, they've expanded, and they're really squidgy. Without breaking up, you can squeeze them in your fingers and they keep the same shape. All we're going to do is roll them on a hook and they'll be perfect, absolutely perfect.